Hi there, TheNamesNiko, and welcome back to my playthrough of A Citizen Sleeper. So, we just started the game in the last playthrough and are jumping right back into where we last left off. Which, we're just like trying to survive on the eye and trying to find a way to make a new life. Pretty much, that's the TLDR. So, reverse fingers installed, but I'll take a few cycles to run through the closed network. So we have one more dice. I thought I used the last die. I guess it doesn't save. Okay, I thought it would save at the end of each cycle, but I guess it ends at the end of each action. So the last action I took was on the free spoke. I tried to enter in here. We got the positive outcome. Last time we got the neutral, so technically it is a little bit more advantageous to me, but I didn't realize how the save system worked. So I'll note that for the end of next time. So we did that, so now let's end let's end now. Yes, we are being hunted. Thank you. I know, that's what we're waiting. We have to wait one more day, one more cycle, and then, oh jeez. We'll be good. So, more of this one's gonna leave one more cycle. I said we'd help her out. We have a bunch of things we can do. So with the build a ship mine, we need 3 ship mine fragments. I only have 1. We need to disable a tracker, which we're kind of working on with the weight. Hack the ship yard and slot the ripper worm. We already did this. I don't know why it says we haven't. We're just waiting for this. Fix the ambergris. We're gonna help her get to know Empus. So he wants to get us some mushrooms on the other side, but we need 150 credits to get over. Investigate the wreckage, and we have to buy some more stabilizer. We'll buy once we get a little bit lower. So, next up, what we're gonna do is, I said I'd help her repair this, so let's, I guess do that. We'll just repair them ourselves. Let's see. Neutral outcome, that's fine. The ambergris is in a delicate condition. It'd be too easy to push it into cascading collapse. Okay, so we have to fix... It's 8 parts for us to fix this. Unfortunately, 3 is kind of like a meh. We'll try again. Neutral. Now it doesn't raise it up. If it was a 4, this would make it a 5. So that's fine. We'll do 2 of that. The Overlook clientele can be a tough crowd, and you have Tal's backing. That means a lot. Oh. Okay, the exchange, surgery, the stall. I don't know what angle you guys like. I kind of like it like this way, but... Oh, what's this? Paz, import, export. Sell ship mine. She has a contract who take ship mines, but she reminds you any ship mine from the eye fetches a lower price. Cryo. Export Matsuk take. Paz knows space will take Matsuk take out on the Star Wars Bell, but only in bulk. For 3. Buy ship mine core. Paz says the ship mine salvage from a Soul High Executive lot, which is why it costs so much. Okay, well, firstly, money is something we are limited in, and we need to get over this gap in the ring. It costs us 150 credits, so, yeah, we just kind of need to work. So let's, go here. I think today we'll just kind of play it safe. Just keep working here. Oh, do we not get money for doing this? Oh, he's not paying us for this. It won't pay, but you may find answers. Okay. So we do need to get some work as well. We only have 54 credits. This is risky. Neutral, because we don't have it. I don't want to do that one. Assists. And we'll try. We need to start doing this as well. Positive outcome. We got 5 cryo. Not that much. At least it's better than nothing. Yeah, I guess that's it. We have no more points. We're kind of running out of cycles before we're gonna be hunted down, by the way. Hunted. Yeah, we have 2 more cycles. Let's talk to Fang. As you arrive, Fang comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, Sleeper. He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back to the way you came. Follows lead. He steps into the passageway, guiding you downrange towards the shipyard. Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity. The data you ripped, well done by the way, he grins. Tells me Hardin is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It's the perfect chance to confront him outside of that compound he hides in. Fang takes a sharp turn onto a dimly lit side passage. Sidereal horizon, still catching up? That's the massive colony ship being built out in the shipyard, biggest commission Havenage has ever had. Fang slows and slips into a dark service tunnel where, somewhere in the black, a water pipe drips. It's him, Sleeper, the same hardened hearse. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mentioned him by name, an entire trail of documentation from the first days of the Solheim collapse until now. He wrote out the whole thing, slipped into Havenage when it first broke off from the Union. He pieces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't as instant as it sounds. It wasn't like Solheim was here, running the station one day, and the next Erland's Union took power. Back then, Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the Palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. The pay got smaller, the costs got higher. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a berth on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed every last worker until the mistake, the accidents, were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of tricking pilot licenses. The whole thing Solheim was folding up, dragged into court cases in the central systems, while this severed limb of a station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2. A young pilot, his MEV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died, thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified, and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erland, how he brought the factions together, spoke to the crowds, turfed out Solheim. Maybe that's true, but my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crews trying to seal up the ragged edges of the gap. He never came back. Fang paused in the dark. They sealed it up though, and by the time they did, Solheim was gone, abandoning every one of us to the black. Apart, Fang finally turned back to you now, his eyes burning. From shits like Hardin, shits who held this place, wrote it out, and slipped into the new structure like nothing had changed, standing shoulder to shoulder with those they had exploited at every step. Fang started walking again. That's why I can't just let him strut around the shipyard. This time, his past catches up with him. How is he still alive? We should think about this. Feel free, but I'm going now. Fang rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-proofed. Through the ceiling, you can see ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance of the shipyard is crazy. Fine, let's just go. I have no choice, right? Again, we're being tracked by someone that wants to kill us. So, and he's the only one that can remove the tracker, so we really just have to do whatever he wants. We're unfortunately his guinea pig, or yeah. Fang grins. Let's go show the shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the doors. A web of corridors lead through the complex, snatches of the construction bays always appearing through the windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal, imposing. Fang seems to know exactly where he is going, but before long you cross into a huge dry dock locked to one side of the skyreal horizon. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. Sound is stretched out by the vast space so that the welding, cutting, and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Fang spot them at the same time, a group walking slowly across a gantry, and at the front, two men, one gesturing towards the ship and the other stick-thin, cleanly dressed with a shock of gray hair, Hardin. You and Fang say his name in unison, and Fang sets off in the staircase to the gantry, with you following behind. As you come to the same level of the group is passing by, the foreman gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock and Hardin nodding along. Hardin Hurst, Fang yells across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounces and comes back in a rippling echo. The figure's turned. It's him? Interesting. Yes, Hardin asks quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Fang, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure of why Sleeper might be in this place. You are a traitor, Hardin. A Solheim executive who tried to hide here among its victims. Fang's voice is steady, strong. You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow of, against everything Erland stood for, everything Havenage stands for. We have no place on the station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Hardin laughs. Well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, the others are nervous. You're from the systems branch, are you not? Asks Hardin, inspecting Fang's clothes. Fang turns to the foreman. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Fang and Hardin, his hand drumming at the side. Hardin leans towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods. Stay silent. Fang holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right, I am systems. And I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here. He turns to the foreman again. So once again, I'm asking you to take this man into custody of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Hardin's voice is calm, measured. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at a members' meeting for proper review? He shakes his head. I have nothing to hide, unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, and tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now, the echoing sound of boots on walkways, coming from all angles at once, and then settling behind you. Please, says Hardin, put the data through the correct channels, then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you to the security detail, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their side. Fang spits. Hardin, you shithead, you can't wriggle out of this one. The security officer draws their weapon and levels it. Fang turns and stares down. Come, Fang. You look at Fang and shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go, says Fang, and he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway. I don't want to provoke security, dude. Like, I don't want to deal with that. Once security has walked you out of the shipyard, he nudges you back into the corridor. Fang picks up the pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Fang is grinning ear to ear. You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be. Something pings in his pocket, and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connections start drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the ring. Got him, mutters Fang. What's going on? Hardin is doing what any sneaky shithead always does, calling his friends. We are tracking his outgoing messages. Fang's grin looks ghostly in the uplight on his screen. The old ways are best. Spook them good enough and they'll give the game away. He jabs at the slate and you see the web is being drawn out over a map of the ring. Lines bouncing from point to point. All these dots, these are Harlan's buddies. The ones he is messaging right now, and we are going to find them all. That was on purpose? Of course. Hardin isn't working alone. We need the full setup or nothing. Fang glances around and slips the slate back into his pocket. Better split for now, Sleeper, but this is exactly what we need. Good luck hunting. But a pat on your shoulder, Fang drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. But I need to get rid of my tracker, though. You and your merchants know these fragments are overpriced, but they are willing to admit it. You get one chance to see. Safe, engage, locked action. Buy ship mine fragment. The merchant has acquired a couple of rare ship mine fragments and they're selling them at a high price. Sorry, I'm just seeing if there's any way I can... Host office. Ever since your trip of the ship mine is missing, what's going on? Uh-oh. We're gonna be hunting in a couple days, and I have no choice. I've done as fast as I could, I feel like. But we're stuck. Are we dead if this guy get to us? Because they're gonna arrive in 2 days. Oh no. This seems like a problem. We need to work. It costs 60. I can't do this, I don't know why. Oh, skill upgrade required. And you really need some money. Positive outcome. Okay, okay. I only get 5 for doing this. How do I get more credits? 5. This gives me 12. Let's try. Positive outcome. Random items. Oh, we got 2 mushrooms. Nice. Oh, we stole. Oopsie. Okay. Whatever. It's not what I meant to do, but... We got 10 cryo from that. Okay. Oh, we can upgrade ourselves. Okay. I don't know how we got to upgrade, but I just used it. Well, So we are gonna be hunted. I feel like there is no way for me to prevent it, because now I'm stuck waiting for Fang. Look, it says Fang's Bay. It says residents for the shipwreck has been missing from his bay. What's going on? So yeah, we're gonna be screwed. I don't know what's gonna happen when this bozo comes to come and kill me. $16. We got a positive outcome. We flip through schedules, revising the timeline to squeeze in extra shipments. The automated payout reflects your efforts. Because I need a lot of money. I have to eat. Okay, well, this is danger. Neutral. Okay, so this one gives us 60 as well. Yard clearance. Just to know the ship is salvage. As Drago says, break it down, move it on. Okay. What do I use on 5? I need a positive outcome. So this is guaranteed then. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, yeah, so we move that. Number 4. We still need to explore this as well. Okay, well, we have money, we have a little bit of mushrooms. We're gonna be hunted tomorrow. I don't know what that means, but we'll find out, because I have no choice. Okay, well... Uh-oh. Hold it there, sleeper, comes a voice from behind. Don't you run. Oh, I'll stay still. Good, good. A hand pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. Ethan spins you around. He is wearing a wide smirk and a slick jacket, and you immediately know he is terrible news. You got all the way out here and then stayed put. He laughs with a cruel laugh. That's a sleeper thing? You're my first. You really hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out of a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization where there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over the slide, rings around your wrist. Go easy. We gotta make a break for it. You see a chance the moment his eyes leave the rings. You spin, knocking him away and sprinting down the corridor. Then a shot rings out, echoing off the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet smokes in the wall beside your head. You freeze, and Ethan closes the gap. This is a very boring routine. Trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the rings over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and home, he whistles, going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. Oh no, we've been captured. Oh no. As I said, I don't know how I could have gotten the track it faster. I felt like I did it as fast as possible. I knew he was coming. And I said we have to help Fang chase his leads, but he's AFK when I'm about to die. Okay, look, we can work this out. Can we? I don't see much in the way of assets in your possession. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down in the corridor. Shame they come all this way out here to just head back to S&ARP right away. That track of yours makes this too quick. I was hoping you put up a bit more of a chase, you know? Running battle through the bright market maybe, or hold out in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I asked around. You walk on in silence. You walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That essence arm tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea. Ethan interrupts thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink I'm buying? He laughs as saying, I have a better idea. It's better not be the one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to trump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I've got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate system, and we are heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge in on silence. Okay, here's the idea. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns to face you. You run or leave or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But, he smiles, you come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles and you pay my tab, I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab? Rattle, I get it. Okay. Okay, then that sounds to me like a deal. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was going to have to kill you. This is so much better. He clicks something of at his belt and the ring releases from Eurylis. I want to see if I can find my old stew at the compressor club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you, that body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. He then turns and strides off the corridor, slipping his handgun away. A mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? Oh boy. New drive discovered. Well, fortunately, Fang wasn't going to help me in time. Okay, compressor club. Ethan's tabs. You see at a distance shouting from the bar for more drinks. This bill isn't going to be small, is it? Oh shit. We have to pay his bar tab. Oh god, we're gonna have to make a bunch of money then. We're gonna need a ship mine fragment too. We need a lot of money. So far it seems per action the most I can make is 16. I'm trying to help other people as I can. Or should I do this one? This one's a little grounded. Uh-oh. We lost some energy as well. That's not the worst. Shit. We're gonna have to go buy some more food. I mean, this guy's not gonna want us here for long. Okay. I don't want to use the 6 on that, so what do we use 6 on? We should do something that's gonna give us a fortunate thing. Latavia. This is what goes cryo. So how much this will give us? 3. We need more of this. We need 8. Okay, so that's it. We need a lot of money. I don't know how much this tab's gonna be. We're fading. I don't know, should we like look into getting this? I can buy it right now. Please restart. Maybe we should. Fine, we'll get more stabilizer. As you quickly leave the surgery, eager to be away from Chashiro's glare, you notice something wrapped around the stabilizer viral, clutched tightly in your hand. You open your hand and a thin film marked with holes and sigils unrolls from around the vial. At one end it has a hard metal strip, a handle. Inspect the film. You notice the cloudy film up to the light. It is perforated with an ornate pattern of holes. You can make out the words among the marking. Passkey. Is this an entry key for somewhere? Inspect the handle. The metal handle is worn and pitted, but you can see a set of numbers imprinted in it. 207F. And then crudely scratched into the handle at some later date, low end. For a moment, you consider going back to the surgery to return the key, and then quickly think of it better of it. Does Sabine want you to have this, or is Torshio passing on a message? Time to head to the low end and find out. We got an upgrade point. Okay. Bought yourself some extra time, 1 vial at a time. Let's just get this so it's at least 0. We're not negative. Sorry. Let's go to the low end. There's a few couple here. You find the entrance to the thing. It's a passkey symbol obscured behind large graffiti. Who lives here? Unlocked apartment. The lock clutches open, the middle door swinging inward in the dark. As you push the door open, the automatic lights flicker on inside the apartment. They reveal yellowing plastic panels, the curved shape of wall-mounted utility units, the detritus of a routine life arranged on every surface. You step inside, clicking the door shut behind. The amber light of the aging fixtures glaze everything with pale orange. The work surface holds a variety of objects, indistinct of the dull lighting. A pale blue light drifts from the doorway at the end of the surface. Inspect the surfaces. Smudges through the thin layer of dust suggest a recent, rare, and hurried visit. They trace a path to the water dispenser, the auto wash, and then to a cabinet still half open. On the shelf sits an empty pill case. Go to the doorway. You cross the cramped utility room with its auto wash, dispensers, water closet towards the doorway. Through the doorway is a dark, warm room, lit only by a faint glow of a terminal screen. Inspect the room. A bulk is tucked into the wall, the blankets ruffled. A wall deck glitters with rows of vials and containers. A briefcase lab sits open, loaded with rows of reagents and compounds you do not recognize. In comparison, this room is clean, ordered, and controlled. Approach the terminal. As you approach, there is a crackle from somewhere in the dark. Sleeper, Sabine's voice shakily echoes throughout the apartment. Welcome to my home. I'm sorry I can't be there. I have had to make alternate arrangements. You hear rattled noises, static. I was able to report this message, but I don't dare to show my face. Something is happening within yet again. I no longer trust them. Their voice becomes distant, slipping behind the background noise. I have something to ask you. I want you to get me out. Yet again, we're supposed to hide me, to protect me. After everything happened, I was desperate. And then after that, I was too tired to care. Noise, like waves, passes over the recording. But I'm done with them now. I want out. Screw the debt. But I need insurance, something I can hold against them. I have my suspicions, but I can't be sure. I need information. And as you know, you need me. A pause. Something clicking in the dark. This isn't a threat. You have to understand my position here. Another pause. I know sleepers. I have been here before. I can help you, but not with Yadigan's noose around my neck. Get me data, get me information, get me something I can use against Yadigan. Then I can get out and you can get what you need. Please. Waves of static cut into Sabine's voice. Bring it here to my terminal. I'll get to it when I can. Look around the tiny room and try to imagine Sabine living here, working at the desk, sleeping in the bunk, linking into the terminal in the dark. The recording cuts to static, filling the room with its white hiss, then silence. Next to the terminal. You sit in front of the humming terminal and hit a few keys. Sabine has left an access port open, but the rest is encrypted, locked away behind passcodes. It seems Sabine might not trust you as much as they want you to think. Who does Sabine need to hide from? And what debt do they owe to Yadigan? You try to assemble the pieces, but too many are missing. The only thing you know is that without stabilizer, your body will die. You glance at the briefcase slab on the desk, its glassware glinting in the dark. You turn away and leave. The door clunking shut behind you. Back in the corridor, you notice a scrawled graffiti of a Sorry, I'm saying. Back in the corner, you notice a scrawled graffiti of a blade on the opposite wall. Yet again, you feel yourself being drawn into something you don't quite understand. Oh. You drive available. I got yet again upload. I actually do have one. I did it earlier. There you go. I don't know. And Minggi's upgraded noodle manufacturer. Mingy has a kelp stack in the basement, and he makes noodles from the seaweed. Doesn't pay much, but he'll feed anyone who does a shift. Oh, okay. Delivering noodles to the nameless unit of the low end takes guts and a certain fearlessness when it comes to asking for tips. Okay. We'll try. We'll do this. We'll see how much it pays. Negative outcome. We just got energy. You mess up a batch and Mingy docks your pay, making it makes you eat the results. The noodles are unpleasantly gooey. At least we just got energy, but we didn't get paid. Try one more time. Neutral outcome. We got 5 cryo and 2 energy. Okay. Because we get paid to do that as well as energy, so I don't have to pay him 15 to get energy. So that's probably... It does cost action though versus not, so that is something to consider. We have a stabilizer. Oh, is this something we really use on ourselves? No. I don't know how do I use the stabilizer? Oh no, I can't use it because I have to wait till because she needs to inject it, right? Okay. Oh, but I need to save her. Okay, shoot. Let's check her. I need to find Yadigan agents. We need a 1 or 3. Okay, I got a 3. Shoot. Okay, we need... Also, how long... Okay, we have 2 more things. We need to make a lot of money in the next 2 days. Shoot, so... Okay, that's it for me. Okay, oh, we can inject stabilizer there. Okay, actually. I got 3 ones. Yeah, but how much is this? Does this refill it fully? How much we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. There we go. Body repair, condition stabilize. Harden. It's been more than a few cycles since Fang confronted Harwin, and the silence still has been noticeable. In your time with Fang, you haven't exactly found him to be reliable, but you did expect to hear the end of whatever plan he put into action. But if he won't come to you, you think as you approach the Havenage building, and it's time to come to him. After all, he did promise to fix your tracker, and you're getting nervous. As you approach the bay doors, you see them wide open, and the light pouring out of the once dark room. Stacks of servers and terminals sit outside the bay, suddenly robbed of their mystery by the bright flood lamps. A figure in Havenage security fatigue steps out of the bay. As you get closer, carrying a stack of hardware, approach. As you get closer, you see the security officer taping up machines from Fang's stash with what looks like hazard tape. This isn't good. You again, Harden is there. leaning beside the bay entrance so calmly that you barely notice him. He has a slate in his hand, an inventory of seizures scrawled across it. Predictable. Further evidence of Fang's collusions. You see another security officer come out and take notice of you. Where is he? Feigning ignorance, or perhaps just abandoned. Arden shakes his head. I believe you should choose your conspirators more wisely. I almost feel sorry for you. Arden pushes away from the wall and comes closer. Don't worry, Sleeper. We have all the evidence we need. A confession won't be necessary. He gestured around at the stacks of hardware, spying on fellow Havenage members, hoarding his soul high materials, and possession of corporate data. It speaks for itself, does it not? Stay silent. Nothing to add. He looks up at the glass roof above and the stars below, beyond. We are the ones that provide the oxygen you are breathing, the light you are seeing, the systems you use every day to live out your cycles. This place was hard fought for, Sleeper. It took work, diplomacy, and strength to stop the eye descending into chaos after Solheim collapsed, not blind conviction or self-interest. You're the self-interested one. More accusations. What have you achieved, Sleeper? Your entire existence is proof of your self-interest, signing yourself over to be emulated rather than work yourself. Whether you remember it or not, you suffer from the same short-sighted perception as the person you were copied from. You see, Sleeper, we are proud of our history here. Andre Erlim, in the first union founded this place, and Havenage has wielded his values into the station's very walls. We will never turn away the hard-working, the just, the true citizens of the Eye. Havenage aren't a gang like yet again. We aren't pirates like half the spacers you'll meet in the hub, or esoterics like those hive of radicals in the Greenway. We are the backbone of this place, proud and true. We name Erlin's Eye Sleeper. This is our station. He meets your eye, so please take your false accusations out. We're decided that I need that confession after all. History will catch up with you. I'm not afraid of history, Sleeper. We are making it here, cycle by cycle, he smiles. If you have any pride, you'll give up Fang the moment he contacts you. You know where to find me. With that, Harlan turns his back and walks back towards the security officers, ordering them to continue to clear out. As they do, something catches your eye among those server stacks, a crumpled hand-printed box of synthetic chewing gum, a penguin character grinning from the brightly colored card, and scrawled onto it a speech bubble reading, "Take me to Tambour." You carefully pocket the box, making sure no one is watching, then turn away, just as another stack of servers is wheeled out of the bay. What have you done, Fang? And where the hell is Tambour? Ooh. Well, that's not good. We have no money. We'll try. Neutral. We got 15 for that. And we got is take me to Tambour. A glimmer in the dark catches your eye as the orb of Hunter's head appears in the distance. It is looking at you. Run. You turn away and glide back into the cloud, threads of data rushing past. Another glimmer catches your eye, closer now, that roving orb wreathed in tentacles. It flickers, jumps once, twice, and then it is here. Hunter is here. Entity, submit to inquiry. Hunter reaches for you in that unpleasantly familiar way. It's waving threads creating a cage struggle. You push against the threads as they close in, becoming frenzied as you push them aside. You are caught by whipping tendrils and feel them pulling you away from the anchor of your body. You push through, clearing the threads. Entity, hold for processing, comes the scream from behind, but you are already gliding away, back to your anchor, your body. You awake, dizzy, disoriented, but safe. Okay. We got one more. We got it. Okay. As you turn away from the terminal, the final cache of Yadigan data uploaded, the air crackles with white noise. Sleeper Sabine's voice, weaker than usual, comes through the haze. Sabine? A sigh of relief comes through the layers of noise. The call must be coming in from somewhere on the station. This has to be short. I don't know if Yadigan are monitoring me. Their voice is hushed, distant. You try to focus in on it. The data you've been bringing in from Yadigan agents, there's something in it I don't understand. A thrill howl rattles through the signal. This data is all gleaned from their implants, records of integration with their nervous systems, performance analysts, error rates, usage rates. I installed many of these implants, and I didn't enable any of this functionality. Their voice dips under the level of the voice, like a swimmer slipping beneath the water. You listen to the waves for a few seconds before Savine reemerges. Has to be somehow baked into their wetware's interface, and that's not all. The system compiling this data are connected to some kind of transmission protocol. It's being broadcast. Wait, why? Every Yadigan enforcer is equipped with black market implants, retinal enhancements, adrenaline boosters, pain suppressors. These implants are gathering data on themselves, on the enforcer's body, on their performance. Why? I can't tell. But I can promise you these foot soldiers have no idea this is going on. The background tone switches, dropping to a grainy rumble. If they knew, I don't imagine they would be happy with the situation. Anakin could have a mutiny on their hands. You lean forward towards the terminal, straining to listen to Sabine's faint voice. I need a few cycles to pull this all together, but this might be the information I need to pressure Yannick into releasing my debt. Yannick? He is one of the heads of Yadigan. They pause. It's better you don't know about him. Keep it that way. Suddenly, a banging echoes through the call. Sabine's voice suddenly whispered panic. I have to go. Come back in 4 cycles. Then the sharp crack of a disconnect. Silence fills the apartment. You step back from the terminal. What does Yadigan have to gain from monitoring its own members? You try to recall what you know about the gang, but you have little to go on. You think of Toshiro, Sabine's minder, his mirrored teardrop implants that set below hard eyes. What data could they be gathering? And more importantly, where are they sending it? You reflectively rub your forehead, trying to think. Can you really trust Sabine? How did they come to be Yadigan's doctor in the first place? You think of their kindness, their care, but also that glazed look of recognition that they gave you when they first met you. That look stays in your mind as you slip back out of the apartment, glancing around as you close it up and drift into the corridors of the station, unable to shake the unpleasant sensation of being observed. Ooh, okay. We need money. I feel like I'm Dutch. I need more money. Because I need money, like, badly. I only have 29 credits. Neutral, you got 5 credits. You got 2 energy. Okay, well, let's just okay, we'll help Dragos, because that's the way we get the most money. We just need a bunch of money, because I don't know how expensive this guy's tab is. We have one more day to find out. His nerves, we only have 3 days for him too anyway, so let's see how much. 16, yeah, so that's the most I've seen we can get. So let's just do another one. Okay. Continue. The final pieces of the winter light sit in a neat piles waiting for the collection shuttle from Havenage. Draco's managed to sell the remaining pieces to the shipyards, a fact that's hard to forget as he has been telling you about it for the past 2 cycles, and all that remains is for Havenage to come collect. You look around at the yard, transformed from when you first arrived. The mostly repaired drones flit back and forth, no longer buzzing unevenly or lost in dark corners. In the scrappest section, sorted, the system that you and Draco's has put into place over the past cycles paying off. As you look to notice the glow of pale light from the office by the entrance, that rundown cab of a building which houses all the records and spare equipment. Draco's must be inside, and you get to your feet and walk over to find out where the shipyard collection crew will be here. Let's knock. Sleeper, come in. You swing open the door and walk in. Dragos is sitting at the small metal desk. The shipyards told me they'd be here soon, and they'll hand over the chits and we're all set. He writes something with a stylus on his slate and then shuts it off. Of course, we should talk about a bonus. He stands and looks to face you, his face placid. Look, I don't know when the next job is coming in, but this should tide you over for now. He opens his hand and reveals a stack of chits. What's going on here? I said, it's a bonus. Take it. Dragos presses the chits to your hand. I've done well by you, and you've returned the favor. He strains up and clears his throat, and you realize he has prepared what he's about to say. These chits are for you to take and do what you will with them. They are from me, and they are the last I'm going to give you. He pauses. There's no more work for a sleeper in this yard. He folds his arm. I'm sorry, but that's it. You stay in the container as long as you need, but the yard is done with you. He turns to his terminal. What do you mean? Don't press me, sleeper. This is for your own good. The glossy apertures on Drago's headset betray no emotion. You need to stay away, sleeper. He pauses, considering his word. Trouble is going to follow you here. Trust me. Am I in danger? You expect not to be? You escape from S&R. Drago suddenly grabs you by the shoulder and drags you out of the office into the yard. He turns you to face a stack of pieces from the winter light. Dissected, cut down, totally unrecognizable as a ship. You came through that, sleeper. That should have been you, chopped and stacked. His hand trembles on your shoulder. That is what happens here. We cut down broken machines and move them on. Well, I didn't cut you down, but I'm sure as hell moving you on. Moving you on before whoever killed that ship out there comes to kill me. Kill you? Kill both of us, he shakes his head. These ships, they didn't get decommissioned. They didn't break down a dry dock. You think they'd look like that? If they did, someone ended them. That means someone tried to end you, sleeper. And I'm done waiting for them to turn up. We've had our fun. Now it's time. He gives you a little shove. Go on. He turns and walks back into the office. That's it, he shouts, and goes inside. The silence hangs in the air, and you leave, with your pockets filled with clicking chits, and a strangely hollow feeling in your chest. Oh, I never got to figure out about the thing. Oh. I wanted to learn more about the ship. Oh well. I never got to investigate it. Well, I guess I wanted to make money. We got 112. That should be good enough for now, but I'm sad I didn't do that. That's my bad. I mean, obviously actions have consequences, so uh-oh. Shit. A negative consequence, even though... Oh, no. Oh, no. We can't... It's a 50-50, at least this... Okay, so I can only use 4s. I can't... I gotta use 4s or higher for this shit. Okay, we need to make more money. Where's the next thing I get paid better? I need money, so I'm gonna try this. Only 5 still. Okay, let's see how much this tab's gonna be. I have 117 chits. We'll see it, or cryo. I just want to drink this much in 6 cycles. Ethan hasn't held back while he has been at the compressor. I have to freaking pay it. $58. I can't believe you just did that. Ethan's mocking laugh comes from along the bar. You look over to see him leaning across it in a pool of light, empty glasses and spilled drinks glinting around him. It's always dark in the compressor, but this cycle the place is packed. A load of spacers mixing with the locals. Usually they run. Ethan spins a glass in the bar, or they go spend their savings in some local heavy I have to put down. They don't pay. Walk away. Ethan gets to his feet. Yeah, the deal was for me to pay you. Pay it. Your tab. We didn't pay for chit chat, my friend. Not even friends. Ethan gets to his feet. The glass falls and smashes, but he doesn't seem to notice. You think that's it? One round of drinks and we're even? Sleeper, come on. His hand comes to the rest on the butt of his handgun, dangling a chest holder. What's wrong with you? Even laughs hard, and the people around you turn to see what's happening. You think this is on me? I think someone in your position might have a better idea how this all works. I'm a freelancer, Sleeper, just like you. We both signed a contract with S&ARP, didn't we? The difference is that my word means something. He closes the gap, stumbling a little. What did you think? You could just run away from your contract, your debt? You could just steal that natty little body of yours and take it for a joyride? Play human for a cycle or two? You don't understand. It's you, Sleeper, that doesn't understand. Some of us pay our debts, but it's all the harder because of idiots like you. Oh, I should thank you, Ethan nods, his head heavy, for giving me such an easy job. I'm used to outlaws, you know, real mounties. If I knew catching sad little escapees like you was so easy, I would have changed clients agents ago. Someone shouts from the back of the bar for Ethan to shut up. He holds a finger in the general direction without turning around. Shoot me or let me leave? Oh, I see. Toughened up here. He gestures wildly at the crowd. Thumbs up or thumbs down, folks. Both turn back to their drinks, no longer interested in this tired show. Ethan mutters his insults as he walks back towards the bar. Ethan sits heavily back down on his stool and searches through his glasses for one with something left in it. The thing is, Sleeper, I can't find you anywhere. It's actually wild that you haven't figured it out. That body isn't yours and will always betray you, no matter what. He finds a glass and downs the content. So please go. I'll catch up with you whenever I need another. He laughs. Taps the bar for the fresh drink. Look at yourself. Get up, Sleeper. I'm done teaching you for today. He settled his head on the bar and closes his eyes. I'm sick of you. Go find a job. You turn on your heels and are out of the cloying dark and the sweat stench of the compressor. You walk hard and fast down the walkway, anger driving your footfalls in the metal of the rim like hammers. You have to pay up 4 days, whatever. This one might be good. Sure, we'll do that. Engage. Okay. The Grimming Penguin says, take me to Tambour. We need to get more money. Nope, we got another one. Okay, that's good. We got 3, okay. Okay, that's actually a great thing. We can fabricate the ship mine. Ship mine core. Get another upgrade from because of it too. Ooh, very nice. We got lucky. This just seems good. Okay, we'll just get that. I don't have many active ones right now, to be honest. I don't know where Tambour is. So 16 and cryo plus 6 cryo. That doesn't seem bad. 22. I don't know what we do with this. Oh, it's saying, 16 or 6. We get 16 if we get a positive outcome, I guess. 40. We do need to make more. Let's go to. Where is it? What's this? Plus energy. Plus 13. Not that much. Okay. We get 8 cryo as well. Okay. That's not bad, I guess. Yeah, what do we... You need to build trying to press the orchards. There's some people more. Now what do I do with the ship mine? I don't know what I do with it. I'm keeping it. Yeah, we gotta do this. Okay, positive outcome plus 2. I'm not gonna use 1 on it because I'm screwed if I break it. I don't want to break her ship. If we can lose condition or get more lanyard. We still need to come out more regular here to bar shift, so we can get 15. Okay. Let's see, what if we get negative? Oh, we got neutral outcome. We got a good service and 13. And we actually got a little bit of energy as well. Okay, very nice. So yeah, we're at 16. Let's end the day then. Shall we? Right now, I'm just kind of, I want to make money to go to the next area. And I also want to finish up this person's ship. There we go, 100% positive outcome. There we go. Thank you. Let's, your ship's repaired. Nikita. Nikita is crouched in the computing core of the ambergris, swearing to herself when you enter. She doesn't look up. These shits completely ruin the core's connectors when they cut it. She holds up a thick fistful of ragged wires. The ship mine they ripped won't even be usable without replacing these. She throws the bundle of wires across the room. Amateurs, can we repair it? There's nothing to repair. We need an entire ship mine. Not exactly the first thing you can expect to dredge up from a scrap freighter. She sighs. Fragments maybe, sections of a mine, but a complete ship mine? No way. Nikita climbs out of the cooling well where the ship mine should be, the space suddenly crowded with her on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the glow-curved ceiling. Come on, nothing to be done here. She leads you back through the guts of the amber, though you could find the way back yourself. The repair process has left you familiar with the cutter's, idiosyncratic layout, all diagonal angles and bundled tubes. What do we do now? Nikita seems lost in thought, and you focus on the corridors, ducking below conduits and passing through bulkheads. Eventually, you arrive in the gallery, though it's hard to tell. Most of the benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-stripped components and welded hull patches. Nikita shoves a box of filters to the floor and sits. There's no way around it. She stares out nowhere. You need to shoot a ship mine. I can salvage one. I like your confidence, Sleeper. Maybe we could check the Ort exchange or speak to some scrap dealers. I mean, I have a ship mine on me, and I currently don't know what to do with it, so you're lucky. I guess I'll just give it to you, even though I know it's like 300. I can sell this for like 300 credits, my understanding. Maybe if we check the ore exchange, take some scrap dealers, she rubs her forehead. It seems I'm about to do something very stupid, but hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run for it? She fixes you with a hard stare. Sleeper, you're all I got. No crew, no friends, you're it. She looks uncomfortable. I appreciate the time you've put in on the Amber, and I'm sure she would too if she could. What I'm saying is, if you screw me on this, I will kill you. She leans over and hands you a stack of chits, a big stack of chits. You won't dare to count them. Get me that shit, Mind Sleeper. Don't make me regret it. You won't. She sighs. Look, just get me out of here before I change my mind. You slip out of the gallery and head back towards the main lock. As you do, Amber growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach a hand out to calm her. Time to find Ankita ship mine somehow. Good news, I have a ship mine on me right now. You want it? Oh, she gave me a decent amount. I have 161. I think I gave me like 100. I think she gave me 100. Here you go. Ta-da! I have one. You drop the ship mine core onto the gallery table with an emphatic bang. Ankita spins around from where she's been poring over some documents on her slate. Holy shit, Sleeper, did you actually land a ship mine? She runs over and hefts the huge cylinder, turning it back and forth. Well, shit, it might actually work. She smiles wider than you've ever seen. Where did you get her? Get it. I built it. Built it? Well, well, you are full of surprises. Ankita bangs on the gallery wall. Hear that, Amber? The Sleeper got you a new ship mine. The sound echoes down the ship's passage. You have to admit, being in a small space with Ankita when she's this excited is a little intimidating. Ankita puts the ship mine back on the table. I'll start the process of fitting it as soon as I can. I might need your help with some of it. She heads back towards the counter to grab her slate. This isn't the only good news today either. It looks like my good karma is finally coming in. He throws the slate onto the table and spins it so you can see the screen. Take a look at this. You see a list of names and numbers, nothing that exciting, along with what looks like a transit timeline. I found them. The thieves? Exactly. Well, the thief, singular. She points out a name on the list, or more specifically, Aston Cade. Yeah, I think it's how you say Cade? 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 I'm gonna say Cade. It could be Cady. Cade looks right. It was his past that was used to access Amber and slice the ship mine. I thought he might have been killed or robbed, his past stolen, but it turns out he crossed the Founder's Gap the very next cycle. Founder's Gap? That big rift in the station, you can't cross it without the Founder's Ferry. She leans back in her seat. I know some of the crew over at the ferry, old mercs, used to run in an outfit I worked with. I saw them in the Overlook, and they mentioned they saw Aston crossing. I checked the manifest, and there he was. Looks suspicious. He hasn't said a word since the theft, and anyone wanting to hide out might head to the Greenway and go to ground, she flexes. You won't get very far, though. There's no real docks out there, only a couple of jetties in the waste. So going after him? Not yet. I first want to fit the ship mine, she pauses, but maybe you can help me out. Sure, how? It's like this. I head over there, especially in Amber. He'll spot me a mile off and go underground. He'll find a way to slip the station, or he'll bury himself so deep in the waste no one will ever find him. But you, Aston doesn't know you. All I need is for you to go there and sniff around. Not at the commune, not the stacks. You'll have to go on to the edges, the margins, the wild places. That's what Aston likes. You see him, you locate him, ping me on this. She hands you a comm earpiece. Seeing as this is merc work, I'll be happy to give you merc pay. She sifts in her seat. The thing is, I haven't got much left, so how about I tell the boys who run the ferry to give you a discount? I know it's not much, but once I grab this coward, I'll pay up. 200 cryo, nothing less. What do you say? Okay. She gives you a heavy whack on the shoulder. Good, I owe you. She lifts the ship mine up onto her shoulders with whirring ease. I'm going to go get this fitted into Amber's core. If you get any info, any sense of where Aston is hiding, let me know. She goes to turn and then stops. And once again, Sleeper, thank you. I appreciate it. Ankita stops off into the guts of Amber with the ship mine, leaving you in the gallery. You glance around, a sudden nervous energy descending at what is to come. You never thought you'd get work as a mercenary, but then again, it seems the eye is full of surprises. Okay. New drive discovered. Okay, so we got another upgrade as well. Um... Sunbathe dice actions allows energy recovery. How, what the hell, what does this mean? Okay, I don't know, we'll take it. Okay. So we've completed this one. Yeah, I just built it there. I don't know. Disable tracker, find Ashton. Clear cry. Okay, so that was the discount. When you mention Ankita, the spacer selling and passes smiles, they give you a discount on passage to the Greenway. 100. Okay, so I saved 50 bucks. I guess it's better than nothing. So let's go. Founders Ferry. Cross the Greenway. Take the ferry across the Founders Gap to the Greenway. Okay. As you step out into the passageway, someone barrels into you from behind, sending you stumbling down the corridor. You turn to see an unfamiliar spacer, laden with heavy gear. She steadies herself, staring at you down as if daring you to respond. Sorry? She adjusts a strap on her shoulder, holding up a hand in recognition before sending off down the corridor. I'm sorry for her. A second spacer smiles at you apologetically. She's on a mission, and when she's on a mission, they shrug. Not a problem. They smile. You're sweet. Peek. Ash stands out farther. Ash? Not Ash. Ash. Ash stands farther down the corridor, glowering at her friend. Glowering at her friend. I don't know, is it glowering? Glowering? She chops at the air, pointing down the corridor to whatever end she is rushing to. Peek raises their eyebrows at you. Ash, please, do you want everyone on the station to hate us? Ash hardens. They want to hate us. They can hate us. She drops her hip. I'm not exactly seeing much love as it is. We're lucky we got through before they set up that damn cordon. Peek gestures in your direction. See, they don't even know what you're talking about. The station isn't Hawthorne. Now everyone has to follow some corporate protocol. Ash sighs. I'm not saying they are part of the administration. She jerks her head in your direction. But I'm saying we need to get these supplies to the Briar before someone starts asking questions. The Briar? That's our ship, Peek explains. Peek, Ash rolls her eyes. What are you doing? Peek ignores her. We are with the refugees. The one Havenage has cornered or cordoned off from entering the station. Ash interrupts. The ones that are being quarantined in makeshift vessels that barely made it to the eye to begin with. The ones that your station administrators have called an accidental risk and are running out of supplies while their right to safety is being debated by people with no stake in their future. She quickly looks away, annoyed at her own outbursts. Peek sighs. She's right. People are trapped out there, and they turn to Ash. We understand that this is a big problem for the Eye. Hundreds of refugees and more ships turning up each cycle. They hold up a hand to stop Ash interrupting, but Ash turns away, her burning anger a palpable force in the close quarters of the corridor. They need supplies, and after everything they've been through, the quarantine isn't helping, Peek finishes. That's difficult. Peek forces a smile. Peek, please. Ash gathers herself and the supplies. Ash, we need help. Just like the refugees needed us, we need others too. They smile at her. Peek turns to you. Come find us. The climbing briar is docked at the broken spoke, past the greenway and the waste. We have a good view of the corridor, though we are keeping our distance for now. Come help us. They squeeze your hand. Ash turns to leave, and Peek follows, waving goodbye. A moment later, Ash shouts back down the corridor. Don't bother coming empty-handed. You want help? Show us. Bring supplies or don't come at all. And with that, they disappear around the corner. Ash already picking up speed at Peek calls for her to slow down. A refugee flotilla? Where are they coming from and why now? Each time you think you begin to understand this place, something changes. Take the ferry. Okay, so we're in like a new area. Okay, that's interesting. So, oh, so I guess maybe we can find maybe what this is, the Tantum. I don't want to cross the rim. So yeah, we're on like a new part of the ring. I guess the ring is pretty big, right? So the Greenway. Okay, map the pathways. Rather than simply thrash through the undergrowth, you might sketch a map of this overgrown jungle, trying to better navigate its hazards. Walk the Greenway. The simplest way to explore the Greenway is simply pick a path and set off in its twisting chambers and passages. This carries obvious risk. Going green. Yeah, because we have to learn about the Greenway. The Haifa commune. Work the canteen. Newcomers to the commune can work within the canteen, preparing and serving food for those that make the compound their home. So we can get more Haifa members by doing this. Work the grow beds. Haifa member. The only way to become part of the commune is to work your way in through long service. It isn't for everyone. Yeah, it looks like it's 10, 12. We need to... Jeez. Wild margins. No, we're tracking Aston. So either costs energy or condition. It rather cost... Oh, it's 3 energy. Oh my gosh. Other than hiking around the wilderness, you can make use of your skills. Tap into the cloud and find Aston by a signal. Or look through tracks. Seems like the obvious way to track someone in this overgrown tangle. A simple task that's kind of getting difficult. Okay, well... Okay, so it didn't cost us energy. We also got 5 because we have the transfer perk, which is very nice. We made a little bit of money from doing that too. Also, the negative is if energy. Okay, so we gotta go get food now. Yeah, well, okay, so let's just... Bring mushrooms to the briar. Ash and pink... Oh, they want mushrooms. Okay. The waste. That's the briar, okay. And then we need to gather scrap. Out here, the edge of the habitable... Everything's a scrap. The trick is finding the components that are still usable, staying safe. Blocked, skill upgrade required. Okay. Yeah, let's go back to here. Founders Ferry. Okay, we have 2 energy, so that's enough for us to sleep. Okay, so we're gonna have to probably spend more time in the other section. I still want to finish exploring what we have here. We're now starving. Your frame synthetic skin allows you the other energy through sunlight. The longer you stay, the better. So we can so we can do this, but it's gonna cost us money to do so. Or it costs us a dice instead of money. Let's see what this does. This is expensive, but I want to do it once at least. So I used this one. It was a neutral outcome, I think. And we only got +2 energy for 1 die. I'd rather just get money as well, so that just seems like a waste. We're almost done this, so I wanted to get this done. Okay, so we got max this. So let's talk to these people. The Havenage offices. Fragment supplies. Or tracking out again. A slate in the office advertising that Havenage is looking for informants on the gang in the eye. They'll pay. Ooh. Data text is rare on the eye, so shipyards haven't paid for ship mine fragments that can be sampled and used. Interesting. And unit assembly. The side rail horizon is webbed with complex systems. I don't like nerves in the body. Your job is to lay these systems in, or structural fitting. Quality control shipping spots and side rails are hardly come by. Poor work we'll see dropped in the roster. A junior tech or welder's mate. The side rails assemble block by block. Okay, so I could do either. Let's talk to these guys. From the walkway, the side reel horizon looks impossibly vast. A landscape of plating and frames. All along her flanks, torches flicker, drones maneuver, arc lights glint. The sense of scale of industry is both stunning and strangely unsettling. She's quite beautiful, I think. This is Lem and Mina. It looks like Mina's the little girl. You turn to see a figure a little way down the walkway, leaning at the railing. He is thin, ragged, his work gear poorly fitted and loose. The torches of the side rail horizon flicker in his eyes as he turns to you. Lem. He leans back from the rail, revealing a child standing behind him, staring out at the ship. And this is Mina, he adds with a smile. Hi Lem. Hi, he replies plainly, and shifts a little closer, down the rail. Mina stares and tucks herself behind Lem, who dutifully picks her up. Mina looks out from Lem's chest, a dark brown eye twinkling among the rough material. You working on her then? Lem asks eagerly, just starting to the vast ship, or just admiring. He shifts Mina's weights to his other arm. Working. Me too, me too. He flashes a Havenage pass. I knew it was just to look at you. I mean, he stumbled a little over his words, not wanting to be misunderstood. I mean, you look like a worker. She's Mina and my ticket out of this place. Our escape vector, so to speak. She's Mina's, sorry, and my ticket. You haven't heard? Anyone who takes a Havenage contract on the side rail horizon will be entered into a draw for the transit support crew. He smiles. We won't get to sleep the journey through, but a couple of decades of service will be nothing for me and Mina if it means landfall on a new world. He winks. Decades? It's a long trip. He straightens up, stretching his back. That's a colony ship, friend. The Salus Foundation is sending thousands of people to settle a system well outside the reach of the core worlds. It'll be a totally independent colony. No bureaucracies, no corporations. Sounds crazy. Could be, but you see another way out of here. This way, we can build a home somewhere with real gravity, real air, rain. He plays with Mina's hair absent-mindedly. Rain, Mina, you'd love that, I think. Mina responds by pushing his hand aside. Daddy, she whispers, food, holding an exaggerated grumpy face. She glances furtively at you as she plays with a set of dog tags that hangs from Lem's neck. I'm just chatting a little, Meanie. Give Daddy a sec. He turns back to you, and you suddenly notice how tired he looks. I'm not on the Havenage crew yet, but I'm working my way in. You can do it too, friend. We have to stick together. He smiles a little shakily, and you wonder how long he's been working to break into the official shipyard crew. Yeah, I'm working on it. He looks out at the side rail horizon, as if trying to pull energy from those flickering torches from the vast hull. We've got to hold out, okay? You aren't quite sure if he's talking to you. That's how it works. While he stares out, Mina catches your eyes curiously. You agree, Mina? She straightens up and meets your eyes. Daddy loves me, she says it stubbornly, daring you to question her. Gleb smiles and lifts Mina. That's it. We hold on. He smiles sheepishly at you. We're just a couple of softies, isn't that right, Mina? He settles her down, standing by his side, and she clings to his leg. Gotta go feed this one. He pats her back. Maybe see you on a shift, huh? He turns, and they walk down the walkway, away from the shipyard. You see them talking, and then a moment later, Mina turns around and stops. See you, robot. Her shout echoes down the walkway, and she flashes you a parting smile before running to catch up with Lem. You watch them a little before you turn back to the impossible scale of the sidereal horizon. A ticket out. Ooh. So, new drive. Win a side rail ticket. Work away in the shipyard crew. Okay, so that's cool. So we could escape through the shipyard. I don't know which one's better. Actually, wait. What does interface plus one give us again? Give me a second. Let me check. Interface plus one gives us get cryo and interface actions, and engineer game chance of random scrap item. So either random scrap item chance, or I'd rather get cryo, to be honest. Plus 12. Once the shift is done, you close your eyes and see the webs of systems running into a sidereal horizon. You are natural at this work. I should probably just use the plus 4. I need the track. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, her, Sabine. 4 cycles, Sabine said, and here you are, right on time, with no sign of them. You wait a while in the apartment, the dread descending as the cycle spins onward. They should be here. Check the terminal. You check and double the terminal for messages or recordings. Nothing. Just the pale glow, the silence. Check the door. You pace back and forth around the apartment, the rumbling of the station suddenly so present and loud. You go for the door and open it. To an empty corridor. You close it again. Wait. You try to settle down, to wait. You sit on the bunk and stare out at the tiny room. Where the hell are they? Knock on the door. Open it. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have opened it. A figure stands in the door, and immediately you know it's not Sabine. They are taller, sharper, and something in their face glints in the half-light. A dark shape, like a stubby baton, hangs loosely from her hand. Our local sleeper, good to finally meet you. She steps into the apartment, glancing around with sharp eyes. What, may I ask, are you doing here? She fixes a steadily unwavering thing. Local, Yadigan Lieutenant. Should I tell the truth? Because I'm so scared if I tell the truth. Is this true? Ooh, I don't know if I should say this. Because maybe that's what, because she's obviously coming here looking for the doctor for Sabine. So I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna say nothing. That's a dumbass answer. I either answer her or don't answer her. I'm worried. Okay, I'm gonna say silent. This will be much more pleasant if we remain friendly, don't you think? She walks past you into the apartment, glancing around. We set them up here, you know? This place is one of ours. She picks up a glass from the dispenser and inspects it. People always seem to forget who put them where they are. She glances at you. I suppose you're here to help? Where are they? I was hoping you'd be able to help with that. She spins the baton in her fingers by her side, her eyes not leaving yours. We have a problem, you and I. It seems our friend has disappeared, left without even saying goodbye, which means they are in a little trouble now. But it's the kind of trouble that you need help for, so I thought I'd come down here and take a look at their little hidey hole, and here you are, the help. He looks through the detritus on the side. And what help? A sleeper no less, which I have to admit is a little surprising. It suggests to me that our friend hasn't been very honest with you either. What do you mean? Well, I'm sorry to report that before we got them set up here, Sabine was working for your owners, she pauses, S and ARP. You blink hard at the news, unsure how to take it. Rabia looks away, waiting for a response. I mean, I have no reason to. Why would she lie? And she knows that we work for. Like, there's no. I prove it. Happily, she crosses into the next room, and you follow silently. She sits at the terminal and touches her baton to one of the access ports. A spark, and then the terminal screen skips, encrypted folders emptying themselves before your eyes. In the flicker of files, you see S&R letterheads and code forms, reports laden with medical data, marked with the corporate logo like the sigil of some cult. Oh my gosh, how do I pronounce her name again? Rabia, 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 Rabia. Rabia steps away from the terminal. Look all you want. Some of your files may even be here. The volume of documents is overwhelming, but they seem to be mostly reports on early emulation tests, surveys with sleeper candidates, reams and reams of usage data. If Sabine was an SNARP employee, why did they help you? Rabia. Sure. Rabia reaches over and places a vial stabilizer on the desk, breaking your concentration. It shimmers in the screen light. It's a viscous, clear fluid, crystalline within the glass. We will, of course, keep up the supply. We are more than able to dispense important medicine, even without a doctor. You hold it between your fingers, and for a tiny moment, you have the urge to crush this object for the power it has over you. I'll ask Toshiro to make those a little cheaper for you. He'll be running the surgery now. Rabia closes the briefcase lab and holds it at her side. We have to retrieve our assets, of course, but I'm sure you understand. Rabia turns on her way out. There's no reason for us to be enemies, Sleeper. Come see me. I keep an office nearby. We have good work to do, you and I. Meet me there in a few cycles. She slips out silently into the corridor. You look around the apartment and feel the fear drain out of your body to reveal the tiredness beneath. Ooh. Uh-oh. Well, she fled. Oh, we got another upgrade. Ooh, so we just gotta do +1 and we can do this. Yeah, we're doing some engage. Okay, so she gave us free stabilizers, which is quite nice. Okay, so here's her office. So, constantly people seem to be visiting Rabia's office. You need to wait for your turn. Okay, yeah. So we gotta wait 2 cycles, it looks like. How much for his tab? We're gonna have to work a little bit. Oh, let's check here. Stabilizer is now 80. Toshiro now runs his dispensary out of the block. He eyes you as you approach. There's no sign of Sabine. Okay, so... It's gonna cost about 50 for his tab, unless he's gonna rack up more, which is possible. And they just left. Oh, right, we need another encryption, I forgot. We have a 4. 4 is kind of good. So maybe do that one after. Oh yeah, we never checked the hunter mode in the side of the world, so let's go do that. It's all dark here. Oh, and for this, Greenway Gate. The entire Greenway is locked down, shrouded in a dark cloud of shifting currents. What is happening here? I don't know. That's all it is. Okay. They said don't come unless you have mushrooms. I need to explore that. We got 5 cryo too, thank you. Okay, so let's go back. We have no energy. Inject stabilize. I don't need to inject it. I think it's okay. I don't want to get too low. Once we hit 3 dice, we're starving. Okay, now I need to inject it. Okay, we have to also give ourselves food. I didn't even realize. My bad. Let's do this. 3 energy and 8 cryo. Okay, so that will let us for a day for sure. check some of these nodes. So 1 or a 3. I have a 2 that I'd like to use. 2. Encrypted key, thank you. Which I want to use at dock here. Open the dock, please. What is here? Okay. Neoved. As you live inside the sealed dock, a pulsing light grabs your attention. Among the discarded tubing and rusted plates, a machine flickers with a warm glow. Let's approach the machine. As you get closer, you recognize the machine's blocky shape, settled in an alcove on the side of the dock. A kind of upright cabin, it is covered in faded logos and messages, from which you assume it was once an industrial vendor, intended to dispense and manufacture ship fittings and other mechanical parts necessary for the regular running of freight and resource extraction vessels. The manufacturer is listed as Neoven, and you remember an advert from long ago, squeezed among all the off-world recruitment drives that assaulted every planet-born citizen, which chirpily sang that name over and over. You wipe a layer of dust from the cracked screen, thinking of those contractors squeezed by their own corporate employers to pay for every bit of minor maintenance on their rented ships. Enter your registration. Chirps a pre-recorded message, catching you off guard. Press some keys. You reach for the keypad and something begins whirring. At first it sounded like servo motors starting up, but it quickly becomes a whisper, a whining, and a multi-tonal voice that emulates from Neoven. Entity, they hiss. Speak with me. Who's there? There is a squeal, almost like some strange mechanical swallowing or intake of breath before the machine speaks again. I have need of you. You have need of me. That squeal comes again, and you see that it is a 3D printing apparatus in the upper part of the machine resetting into place, so that each time the servos can be orchestrated to produce that whirling, whining voice. You are in danger. Danger. Machine creaks. You are marked for deletion. Entity. Hunter tracks you. The screech rattles through the empty dock. You remember the strange head, the figure. Hunter. The Hunter protocol. They taste your signature. Oh, the Hunter. Okay, yeah, in the other world. Yep. The sun and wine sets your teeth on edge. You have seen them. This is the gift of an emulated mind. You close your eyes and the skeleton of the station starts to thrum. Emulated minds are adaptable, move where neurons cannot. The mechanism resets, but emulation makes you the target. Adaptable, yes, you can move through networks, clouds, hardware, software. Neoven whines, but you cannot hide there. Hunter is there. The servos jutted the vending machine's casing as they reset. Hunter searches for me also. Hide in this machine. You looked at the ruined vending machine, an unusual hiding place for sure. Can counter Hunter, but need entity outside machine. The light flickers, needs you. A screen attached to the vending machine with a swiveling arm comes to life. It displays a flickering map of the station, ghostly threaded. The cloud points along the rim glow in deep red. Hunter is always gathering. Too much data. Must build nest, explains Neoven. Masters are gone, but continues hunt. Bring this data. Raid its nest. Why can't you? Hunter will find me, then killer will come. The machine trembles with effort. I cannot leave machine. Connections must remain closed. Bring offerings. Save self. Neoven says pointedly. Mutual need meets friends. They conclude, tired of the conversation. The whirling amplifies and then suddenly drops, as mechanisms within the machine click back into place. The glow fades, and you are left stood in the dark of the sealed dock, that whirling voice ringing in your ear. Ooh. Another drive. Create Neoven. Extract Hunter data from Neoven. So it needs... Neoven believes that hunters compulsively gather data might hold the secrets of escaping the tenacious search. What's 3? Okay. I'm gonna have to pay his tab one more time, dude. I need to explore the wilds. I need to do so much. So much time, so little actions. Or so much to do, so little actions. We got 2. Okay, so we need 6. We'll track Aston, don't worry. I gotta pay this bozo's tab. I have 100 credits. I can make like 48 more at maybe if I get lucky, maybe 68 more. Let's just go pay the bozo's tab. Ethan. The compressor is quiet today. The usual crowds are elsewhere, and the pumping music washes over a handful of spacers and a few drunks. Ethan is still in the same stool, in the same pool of light. His head is low, close to the bar, and the bartender is ignoring him. Approach him. As you get closer, he lifts his head and turns. Sleeper, he turns to look at you. Time to pay up again, is it? He gestures to the bartender. Come here, take their chits. Stay silent. Bartender ignores Ethan. It seems they've cut him off. Hey! He slams a hand on the bar. Come take the chits. The bartender ignores him. Ethan lets out a huge sigh, rubbing his eye with his palms. He reaches towards the holster. His elbow slips and the gun tumbled out. It clatters on the bar and falls to the floor, bouncing onto the ground between you. Both of you and the bartender look at the gun, stare at it. Butterfingers, says Ethan, and puts out a hand, beckoning for you to give him the gun back, if you would. Bartender looks at you wearily. You crouch down and pick up the gun. Oh. He says he looks at us weird. Do I want to make a scene here? I mean, I'm sure he has other weapons on him. He would be a dumbass if he's a bounty hunter with just one gun, right? I'll just give it back to him. You slap the handle of the gun back in Ethan's hand. Thank you, he hisses. Now, where was I? He hastily swings the gun past you and the bartender. Yes, leaving. He stands. Sleeper, while this has been fun, I think I've wrung every last drop of this place. Time to go home. He waggers the gun towards the door. Let's go see S&R. I'm staying. Ethan brings his gun hand to his face and rubs his eyes. Well, he says the bounty pays half, but he leaves the gun up to you, and he pulls the trigger. The gun clicks. By now, all the attention in the bar is on you and Ethan, who looks at his gun with a bemused expression. Bartender raises an open hand, and in it are 10 shiny bullets. 10 shiny bullets he took out of Ethan's gun while he was asleep on the bar. Ethan smiles at him. Oh well, he says, and hits you in the head with the butt of the gun. You stagger back and drop to a knee. Somewhere nearby, the gun clatters onto a surface. The hit's a glancing blow, but it makes your vision swim. Through the blur, you see Ethan wrestle a small, thin slate from his belt and hold it up. Enough of this. I'm logging the job and calling it in. Ethan taps the slate. No more playing. Your head aches. Ethan taps through a few screens impatiently. He swears and taps again. He starts shouting, a dull echo to your ringing ears. He starts screaming at the slate and throws it across the bar. He crouches down and grabs you by the chin, his face close, his breath heavy with drink. S&R just screwed me, he grins maniacally. They canceled the contract. He stands up. They canceled the contract! He shouts at the ceiling of the compressor. You stand up, struggling to your feet, the sting of the hit fading. Ethan is rubbing his temples, his face pale. You hear a clicking sound, like coins being counted, like bullets being loaded into a magazine. When you shake off the last of the blur, the bartender has Ethan's pistol trained on Ethan's head. Ethan stumbled back towards the middle of the room, all eyes trained on him. Ooh. I'll kill all of you, he screams. He stumbled into the wall, spinning away towards the door. I'll be back for that, he shouts at the bartender and lunges out of the compressor. You steady yourself on the bar and catch your breath. A rumble of conversation returns. The bartender goes to say something, but then thinks better of it and begins to clean the bar. After a while, you wander out into the light of the bright market, looking for Ethan around every corner. Ethan's vendetta. Ethan may be disarmed, but you have doubt you'll see the last of him. So we have 8 cycles. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we don't have to pay for him this time. But he's buying us more time. Because I have no idea what the hell... Oh, here, we can talk to her now. Rabaya. As you approach the address, Rabaya gave you... I think I've said her name like a million different ways. I do apologize. Rabaya gave you a heavy hand Give you a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. What's your business here? The enforcer grips your shoulder, giving a hint of the strength her implants give her. As you turn to see the same subsidiary eyes as Rabaya and Toshiro, glinting like mirrors on her cheeks. Gia, please. The sleeper is here by my invitation. At Rabaya's command, the hand immediately loosens, and as an apologetic look replaces the scowl on Gia's face. Of course, Rabaya, I'm sorry. Rabaya waves her away. Don't you worry. I appreciate your protective instincts. She smiles at the enforcer. How about you head to the tambour? Tambour? They have a delivery coming, and they'll need some help with the lifting. Gia nods and walks away. That's the place that Fang is. The tambour. So, Sleeper, you came. I'm glad. It didn't feel like an offer. I'm sorry for that. She smiles a tight smile. You have to understand, finding you there in Sabine's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on the station who would rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them. I currently wish you no harm. At this time, I'm just curious about where Sabine is, to be honest. I am glad. Rabaya begins walking and gestures for you to walk with her. She takes you down a staircase into the bustling walkways of the low end. What do you know about Yadigan? You're a gang? A gang, yes, that is what people call us. But what meaning does that word have in this place? People of carts push past, moving crates of supplies around the thin and winding passage. Our reputation is one that implies threat. Is that fair to say? We are framed as aggressors, parasites, criminals. She gestures around at the people in the passageway. Then when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye? A policeman? Who makes the laws here? Erland did. Indeed, you understand the history then. That is good. But Erland is long dead, Sleeper, and his rules were a little more than an optimist's manifesto. The eye has changed so much since then. If you had spent your time in the low end, maybe your opinion of us would be different. This is our place, our people. The low end was empty in Erland's time. They didn't need to house thousands, and keeping the yards and the rotunda safe was work enough. No, the low end was reclaimed later, when the refugees started arriving. Rabaya meets your eye. The collapse didn't just happen here, on this station. When Solheim collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned. The moons of the Ember and Cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage, some tried to hold it together, some fled. The Eye became a refuge, and Erland, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone, but many within his organization disagreed, and those new arrivals weren't as simple to corral as they hoped. Rabaya leads you through a small market hall, busy with small stalls and traders. Erland's union was made of workers, administrators, people who were malleable and already organized into hierarchies and networks. The refugees came from different factions and families, were scared, injured, desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yadigan is the child of that conflict, a child born out of the need for us to stand up and claim our future, to provide security, strength. People call us a gang, but we are a community. I take my position as lieutenant seriously, and from my birth I have worked to earn it. Maya catches herself before she raises her voice any further, and you both walk in silence for a while. Among the smells and textures of the low end, you start to wonder if this place could be a home for you too. Where's Sabine? Maya sighs and takes a moment to answer. I told you, Sleeper, they have gone, and we do not know where. I understand Sabine must have told you about their debt to us, and that was an agreement entered into willingly, and which benefited them greatly. I will be honest with you, Sleeper. I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of Yadigan. An ex-corporate employee, it goes against our nature. But their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance, made sure Sabine had their surgery, kept it supplied, that was all. But I cannot allow people to go back on the promises they have made to us. Yadigan has not lasted this long because it is a charity. We offer and ask for support. Any betrayal will be treated as an attack. Who is Yannick? Yannick is one of the heads of Yadigan. They guide us. He is the newest to be elected. He is an elder. Sabine found something. Please, I don't want to hear their accusations. They only wanted to escape their debt. They would have said anything. But where are they now to stand behind their claims? Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. You realize that Rabaya has led you into a loop, and together you both come back up a staircase to the walkway where you met. You are free to go, Sleeper. I have said what I wish to say. She looked out through the windows of the walkway. I will protect this place with my life, as it has protected me. I want to make that clear. He turns back. However, if you too wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Return here if you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. You'll be able to see out again, to see the low end, with your own eyes, not as others frame us. As for Sabine, she pauses to consider her words. I'll not ask you to portray them, but if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. With that, Sabaya leaves, slipping back into her office, and while you stare out at the countless units, each at home, each with a story that make up the low ends. Okay, we got a new... We're having a lot more things now to do. Work for Rabaya. Spend time as a Yadigan enforcer. So we can... Oh my gosh. Yadigan, permitted rules from protection to logistics and everything in between. You never know what you may have to face on patrol. Do you think I'll get energy from this? I'm just gonna do it. Let's see. So we did get 1 energy from it. Click tips. This is scrap components. Obviously income based on your total good stars make a change. Here, let's see, we'll get a scrap component. We get actual, okay, so it's literally just the scrap component. Okay. So there's like different paths we can go down. Scrap components, we can go here and we can just sell it. Right out that. But it seems like here, they know something about Tour. It's somewhere in the low end, it seems like. So we gotta know more about the low ends. $50-50 on positive, neutral. We lost 3. No one knows you're here, that's fine. Because you lose, because you're guaranteed to lose, okay. Okay, neutral. Thank you. And there, let's go rest. We need to focus on one task at a time. This is my issue. I have so many different objectives I need to do that I'm trying to like do all of them at once. Look, I have all these to do, so I need to choose one and work on this. Okay, so I want to do this. So in order for us to do this, we need to get mushrooms, and to get mushrooms, he says they're on the other side of here. So let's explore the greenways. Let's get that done with. Oh, here, farm stacks. Steal the harvest. There's loads of food here. Why should the farmers keep it to themselves? If we can do it quickly, you might even notice. Oh, Faith, yeah. Hard for food. The farming collective who control their stacks don't like to sell their food piecemeal, but for the right price, they'll let it go. Some farm stacks from the older survive. Farm work always, the pay yield 16. That's not bad. But I know where to get the mushrooms. 16, that's like the best one I've seen. Let's doesn't matter what I do because it's guaranteed positive action. Okay. Oh, there we go. Mushroom places. Collect spores. While the grove mushrooms are dangerously inconsistent, spores provide a chance of gathering or studying species. Grow mushrooms. The aviary would be the perfect place to grow mushrooms with some work for that. I mean, we'll work on this. The aviary. Clean the road grove. Once the corporate garden for impressive guests with gene-tweaked birds. Now the chamber is a mess of overgrowth. You can change that. Put away the choking vine. Stop the rot. This place can be turned back into a garden of sorts. Okay. Yeah, like, I don't know what the difference is. Like, what is this? The fungus that grows in the deep groves of the green are typically avoided, but those with sharp eyes might be able to fruit it. Perk, predictive reasoning. No, it says lock upgrade. Still an upgrade required. Okay, so actually, let's see what type of task is this? This is an intuit task. What's my intuit at? Okay, so I probably need a +1 to hit it. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll work on those later. No, we'll do it now because I said I want to get this. Grow spores. Cocktail of unknown spores gathered from the agreement. What the heck? Rather work on this. This is gonna take 12 energy for me to do. That's gonna be a while. Okay. Oh, the Timber Tea House. And in Gum Box. You'll see by doing this, but a penguin says take me to Tambur, and this is the only timber you can find. As you go to leave the Tambur Tea House, a hand falls on your shoulder. Sleeper, Bang hisses from behind you. How did you find me? The penguin. Penguin, what are you? He thinks for a second. Oh, do you mean? He mimes throwing gum in his mouth. That wasn't meant for you specifically, but he cringed. Look, it doesn't matter. Come, let's sit. Bang guides you down a set of stairs to one of the Tambur's lower levels. The tea house is stacked with curved mezzanines, all connected to a central atrium. Levels are filled with makeshift booths and bars, and conversations bounces busily off the metal walls. Bang sees you looking around. This place used to be a fuel tanker's main drum, hence the name. The tea house part is a bit of a misnomer, though. You can get anything the eye offers from this place, but real tea isn't exactly readily available. He picks a booth. It's self-fashioned from some old salvage tank or container, lined with spongy insulation foam, and collapses into it. He looks around furtively. Don't suppose you've seen any havenage types. They don't usually come out this far. Bang, what's going on? Well, I'm suspended, that's the thing. And the second thing is, I'm pretty sure Hardin wants to drop me off the rim of the eye. He grins. Doesn't bother me though, it shows we hit a nerve back there. He picks a scrappy hand-crawled menu from the table and tosses it over. What are we drinking? Why are you so calm? You know any reason I shouldn't be? He leans in, suddenly concerned, and then waves the idea away. Hold that thought, let's order first. Mang is right, the menu is ridiculous. There are at least 10 different infusions, most of which you can't make out. The paper is dominated by an extensive complement of esoteric alcohols and cocktails. Black tea is listed without a price as a seasonal specialty. So you ran into Hardin. Was he pissed? Fang doesn't want an answer. Doesn't wait for an answer. That snake is so self-righteous, he might actually believe that Erlen would approve of his um, meritocratic bullshit. He taps on the table. If Havenage was like it should be, it was founded to be, they would have shouted him down at any council meeting he dared to mention true citizens, he sighs. But I guess his kind of run the place now. A young woman with a vine tattoo sneaking up her arm turns at the booth, a slate in hand. Your order? You skim the menu, your eyes glazing over. Time to pick something. I mean, this is what I already have at the bar normally. Maybe I'll just have a roll neat. You tap the table to order the same, and you... She begins looking to Fang, but when she sees him, he suddenly stops. What the? Fang shrieks a little. You're supposed to be working. This is your shift. He grins sheepishly. You work here? Fang waves at you to be quiet. Look, Jenna, let's just say this is my break. My friend here has been through a lot. Jenna looks between the two of you. Wave, nod. I'll just nod. Fang also starts nodding. 2 minutes, says Jenna, pointing at Fang. Not only because I don't want to get dragged into whatever this is. She gestures to the table and walks away. What? Fang stretches out in the booth. You know how it is. We all have to eat. Plus, he leans in. This is the best place around here to find a person you might be looking for. Who? Remember that web of connections that Hardin pinged the moment we confronted him? Those are his collaborators. And if we want to understand what a Solheim executive might be getting up to on the eye, those are the people we have to find. Fang is also whispering, almost whispering now. There's a couple of them I suspect are in the low end, and well, almost everyone in the low end comes through this place at one time or another. He brings a modified slate out on the table. I set things up so that when anyone with the network signature I'm looking for comes into the close proximity, I'll mark them. Once they are marked, we can break through their access protocols and get at the good stuff inside. We just have to find them first. Hence me moonlighting as a waiter. Suddenly, a smile grows across his face. Wait, I have an idea. Oh no. Look, I can't cover enough of the low end on my own, and so far I have had no mattress in this place. But two of us, we can cover more ground. What am I getting into? Well, Fang has a hangdog look. Need to get you out and about in the low end, in close proximity to as many people and residents as possible. And it turns out my friend Minji needs some help with deliveries, as in Minji Express, so I already know him. Perfect. Fang places a tiny receiver on the table. This connects to my slate and runs into the same marketing protocol. If we get near any of our targets, so all you have to do is take some delivery shifts for old Minji, and soon enough we'll have the place. Fang, I mean, I've been doing that already, so whatever. Don't give me that. If you think I like working here, and I thought you could use the tips, he grins. We're in this together, right? Alright. Okay then, Fang slips his slate back under his clothes. Just head on up to Minji Express, take a delivery shift, and we'll see what it shakes up. You manage to find anyone and extract any data, bring it right down here to me. They have me on double shift, so I shouldn't be hard to find. Jenna walks past, carrying a tray of drinks, and sharply catches Fang's eye. I don't think she's bringing your drinks. I think it's time that we call this meeting to a close. You grab the receiver from the table and slip it into a pocket. See you soon, sleeper. Stay safe. Fang adds before turning and walking off to the bar, whistling as he does. Oh boy. Another drive. Yay, we're gonna do this. We gotta locate his agents, I guess. He wants me to do this one. We just got energy, yeah, whatever. Okay. I don't even know that one will save, to be honest. So, I might have to redo that one anyways. Because, yeah, with that, I'm going to end this part here. Things are getting exciting, and we have a lot of tasks to do. Oh boy, you can't even see all of them because I'm covering it. Does this work for Rabia? Or Rabbi? No. Rabia, I think I've been saying her name. Yeah, I do apologize if I'm not pronouncing it right. But anyways, we have so much tasks to do. I like this game is actually really good. I'm very invested into it, so I'm excited to see what the next part holds. The only thing I would say I'm bad at just sticking to one task and sticking to it to the end. I like moving around, trying to complete a bunch of other tasks as much as possible. So, yeah, I will see what. I'll do my best to stick to one task and do it. I want to know what this like hunter is. Oh, hunter nest. So we need a 2 or a 3. So I need to get. So I'll look for that for the next part. So yeah, if you enjoyed the series, consider giving me a like. Otherwise, and I mean, if you don't like it, I'm assuming you're not gonna watch the next part. But so yeah, anyways, I hope to see you at the next episode.